Hey everyone, let's start our first chapter of political science. What is democracy? Why is democracy? Now, according to Mahatma Gandhi, the spirit of democracy cannot be established in the midst of terrorism, whether governmental or popular. That means we cannot have a proper democracy where the terrorism or the fighting or the war was going on, whether it is a government order or in a popular one by the local people. Democracy is a simple word which we have studied from last many years, like democracy of the people, by the people, and for the people. In this chapter, we shall study about a simple definition of democracy, the contents under Pakistan under General Musharraf, elections which was held in various places like China, Mexico, Syria, elections held in various places also like Saudi Arabia, Estonia, Fiji, Zimbabwe, features of democracy, summary on democracy. Now, again on why democracy, some arguments put forward against the democracy and arguments put forward for the democracy, against and for. These were the two type of democracy and two types of democracy. Now let's start the introduction part of this chapter. In this presentation, we shall see about what is democracy and why is democracy needed in any of the country or in any of the democratic country. A simple definition which I earlier read for you, that democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. The local people themselves only elect their representative for ruling their own country. Now, let's shall take an example of Pakistan. Why Pakistan under General Musharraf should not be called as a democracy? A person in a picture is named as General Musharraf. Now, in Pakistan, General Pervez Musharraf led a military coup and overthrew a democratically elected government and declared himself as chief executive of the country. He declared himself by him only that he was a president of the Pakistan, while he was a military head or a military leader or chief executive of that country. Now, later he conducted a referendum which was based on malpractices and fraud. Malpractices means like a fraudulent thing, means you have cheated to the public. He changed his designation as president in 2002 from chief executive in the military power to chief executive of a country as a president in 2002. In August 2002, he issued a legal framework that amended the constitution of Pakistan. According to this order, he had done, the president can dismiss the national or provisional assemblies. The provisional assemblies means state assemblies. The work of civilian cabinet is supervised by the National Security Council, which is dominated by the military officers itself. Now, he had given all the powers of ministry or the minister or the governmental power to the heads of military. After passing this law, elected representative had some powers, but the final powers rest with the military officer itself and General Pervez Musharraf. Now, because of these reasons, Pakistan under General Musharraf should not be called as a democracy, because the local people doesn't elected the General Pravesh Musharraf as their president or as their minister, but he himself made that he was a president of their country, same as things were done in Germany at the time of Hitler. Now, should we consider the elections held in China are democratic elections? Now, take another example of China. Here you can see the China map, just northeastern part of India. The China is there. You can see other countries of Asia. Now, China. The capital of China is Beijing, which is in red in dot. Now, can we say that China is an elected or a democratic country, or the elections were in China would be held properly? Now, the Parliament of China. Let's see the example of Parliament of China. Quantigo Renim Dabo Dahui means the National People's Congress. That is the Parliament of China named. Now it has almost 3000 members elected from all over the China, whereas in India we are having only 252 in the lower level and 545 in the Lok Sabha level, whereas China is the biggest country in land area also and the population also. So the members of elected parliament house in China is 3000 members. Now in China, single party system is practiced. Only one party is there in the democracy. Not any other opposition parties would be there. Before contesting elections, a candidate needs the approval of Chinese Communist Party. Anyone who wants to be a member of parliament or to be have a minister, he or she must have to consult and take a permission from the Chinese Communist Party, which is a single party system. Only those who are the member of Chinese Communist Party or 8 smaller parties allied to have or allied to it were allowed to contest elections. The government is always formed by Communist Party in China. So there is also no elections were done in China and no local people were having a voting rights to elect their own representative. They must have to ask from Chinese political or the Communist Party. Should we consider the elections held in Mexico's are democratic elections? Now take the third example of third country, Mexico. Mexico is there in northern America, just North America. We can see Mexico country. Can we say that Mexico is having a democratic elections? Since its independence, which Mexico got in 1930, every election was won by PRI. That means Institutional Revolutionary Party. There also one one political party must be there, and he is ruling over the whole country in Mexico since from its independence, which was got in 1930, almost 70 to 80 years before. Now opposition parties did contest election. They take the elections properly, but the PRI, this Institutional Revolutionary Party, uses many dirty tricks, means they cheated or they had given the bribes or other things to win that particular elections and to be having a positions of head in the democracy. Now all those who were employed in government offices had to attend its party meeting. Everyone, teachers of government school used to force parents to give a vote for the PRI, that political party which is there in Mexico. Means that political party influences the parents, the teachers, and they sometimes they even threat the local people also to give their vote to the particular PRI party members. Media largely ignored the activities. Also, the media, the local media, the news reporters, and all doesn't want to have an active participation or to have an rights to speak up about these things in the news. Now opposition political parties accepts to criticize them, sometimes by the polling booths. When we are going for give the vote, at that time the polling booths were shifted from one place to another in the last minute, so that which made it difficult for people to cast their votes. So many of the votes were fake votes or by the threaten of the people. The PRI spent a large sum of money in campaign for its candidate. Now take another example of Syria, which is in our Asia. Just you can see over here, Syria. Just a border country between the two continents, Europe at the northern side, and in the southern eastern side, Asia, Syria. The capital of Syria is Damascus. As you can see over here, the capital of Syria is Damascus. Now what things would be happen in Syria? Syria is a small West Asian country. The ruling Ba'ath Party and some of its small allies are the only party allowed in that country. Means in Syria also only one political party should would be there, and he is enjoying the all rights of political issues in the democracy. Just a small country in our Asia continent. Now, which are the countries deny equal rights to vote and how? You have seen almost four examples of four different countries. Have you seen these things happen in our country, India also? No, because India is a democratic country since 1947, and then each and every 5 years the elections would be done and the local people themselves have the right to give a vote to their particular or their interested candidates. Now, until 2015, in Saudi Arabia, the women do not have the right of vote till now also. After independence or after so many past years in Saudi Arabia till 2015 the women have not having the right to vote and to elect or choose their own candidate. You can see Saudi Arabia in the southern western part of Asia. Capital of Saudi Arabia is Riyadh. Next example, Estonia has made its citizenship rules in such a way that people belonging to Russian minority find it difficult to get the right of vote. Estonia, Estonia is a small country in European continent, in which the people who are basically from the Russia and living in Estonia, they are having a difficulty to give the vote, as they were in very minority place. See the map over here. Estonia, a small country in European continent, just touches its boundary with Russia. You can see over here, and Tallinn is the capital of Estonia. Just having the boundaries with Russia. Some of the other countries nearby them: Finland, Latvia, Lithuania. Take another small country example, which is there in South Pacific Ocean, a small continent over there, small island area is there, Fiji, in South Pacific Ocean. Now in Fiji, the electoral system is such that the vote of indigenous Fiji has more value than that of Indian Fijian. Means the people who were local of Fiji have the more voting power rights, whereas the Indian Fijian, means the people who came from India and working there, or living there at Fiji for so many past years, they didn't have the right to vote, and their vote is also not being accountable in a good manner. Now another example of Africa, Zimbabwe. You have seen Zimbabwe cricket players in cricket. African continent, a small country, Zimbabwe. Clear? Now, how the Zimbabwe government undemocratic or autocratic? Now, Zimbabwe government is also a undemocratic government, which do not have a proper right to have the vote, and it is also an autocratic country. Now Zimbabwe has been ruled by ZANU PF, a person who is there, Unity, Peace and Development. You can see that ZANU PF, the party that led the freedom struggle during its independent time. Now its leader Robert Mugabe is popular but also uses unfair practices in elections, just same like as Mexico. In Mexico also, PRI a party wouldn't allow the people to give a vote properly, and they were threatening the people, local people, to give them vote. Same as in Zimbabwe, ZANU PF political party also do this unfair type of practices in the elections. Now Zimbabwe has been ruled by ZANU PF, the party that lead the freedom struggles. It leads Robert Mugabe, is popular but also uses unfair practices in elections. You can see the picture of that person. Over the years, his government has changed the constitution several times to increase the power of president and make him less accountable. Now, opposition party workers are hazardous, and their meeting were disturbed. Like, means the what is the role of opposition party? To take a viewpoint to the current political party, to go through the different types of uh, work in that opposition party. Now the public protest and demonstration against the government are declared illegal in Zimbabwe. Means the public protest, the in our country also we have seen many public protests over here. the people were protesting about their rights and all things. So if the local people of Zimbabwe do the same things in Zimbabwe, then the opposition party workers have been arrested for that illegal matters. Now there is a law that limits the rights to criticize the president. Means the president is overall having a high power thinking. And the television and radios are also controlled by the government and give only the ruling party's version. Means the whatever things in their news channels were publishing or saying, that they were all total governed by the political party ZANU PF. Not any other opposition party have the rights to express themselves in the radio or a television or any news authority or even an internet process also. The government has ignored some court's judgment that went against it and has pressurized judges also. Means that government, that political party government also pressurized the local judges also. This was our first part of this chapter. In the next video we can see the importance of democracy in the second part.